I'm Sarah A. Parker, and I'm playing Hot and Cold with Avon Books. Let's get started. What does your wildest romantic adventure look like? This is gonna be really fun with my husband sitting just over there. I love me some stuck on an island with a enemies to lovers sort of situation where you are literally stuck there together, there's just you two and you're battling it out. There's nobody to, I guess, ease the tension. I guess that kind of has always been something that's been stuck in my mind, so yeah. I'm gonna go easy now. What was the inspiration behind When the Moon Hatched? All right, this is a good question. I get asked this quite a lot. About 3 years ago, I first saw the world of When the Moon Hatched. I saw this world that doesn't spin. I saw the sun at the top. I saw the bottom half forever in shade. I saw the 3 different sorts of dragons flying into the sky, balling up and becoming moons. It's their time to pass. And I just fell in love with this world. And I just knew that I needed to do something spectacular to kneel to this amazing world that I was living in my head. I spent 3 years exploring the magic system, familiarizing myself with the lore of the world and waiting for, I guess, the story that was going to be amongst the world to speak to me. And then once it didn't stop screaming. I opened up my computer and I was like, now's the time I need to tell the story that's in this world. Nothing's ever fallen out of me so easily before. It just absolutely hatched, I guess. I can't even tell you exactly where, I guess, the story came from. I feel like someone just leant forward and whispered it in my ear, because once the characters did start speaking, I couldn't stop them. But it was definitely the world that came to me first. I walked through that world like it was a video game for 3 years and loved every moment of it, and it was such a joy. I'm gonna go spicy again. Who is the sexiest man from Australia? My husband is definitely Joshua. I love you. But if we're talking celebrities, I think we're all pretty fond of Thor. Chris Hemsworth, he's quite a sexy man. All right, I'm going spicy again. Oh, this is mean. Marry or kill Chris Hemsworth, Hugh Jackman, or Jacob Elordi. Oh gosh. All right. Chris Hemsworth for Mary. Sorry, Joshua. Hugh Jackman. Oh my gosh, I don't want to murder any of these guys. I'll punch Jacob Elordi in the face, all right? Hugh Jackman, I will. And Chris Hemsworth for Mary. There we go. All right, easy. Why do you think fans of your book have reacted so strongly to the lore and the characters? I think it's because I think it feels real to them, because it feels real to me. I gave the story the time to put its roots down and to grow its wings. I really loved the story. I spent time loving it. I gave it everything that I possibly could of myself, and I think that attention to detail that comes through in the world building, which I think really helps to connect with the story and connect with the world. All right. What's one fact that everyone gets wrong about New Zealand? Good question. I could tell you something that people get right about New Zealand. I feel like a lot of people see New Zealand in these videos that show it off to be lush and green and wholesome and full of colour, and that is absolutely correct. It's out of this world. You can literally go from one coastline to the snow to another coastline on the other side of the country in one day. It's absolutely spectacular. There's so many hidden nooks and crannies, and there's just so much to explore there, and it's really is such a beautiful, beautiful country. I think that's something that people get right. All right. Who is one author you would love to meet or have dinner with, and why? Patrick Rothfuss. That would be my answer. I adore his writing. He's very inspirational in the way he tells the story. I was actually speaking to somebody about this last night, about how I've read Name of the Wind twice now, and the last time was about, I think 6 or 7 years ago, but the story is still so crisp and clear in my mind. He just paints such a beautiful picture with his words. I would just like to sit down and have dinner with him and tell him how much of an impact his writing has had on me. What's that one romantic movie that made you cry a river? There are so many. It's so hard to pick one. Me Before You, that movie, I watched that postpartum and my heart just was ripped out of my chest. We finished watching it about 10 o'clock at night. I went to sleep. I woke up like 3 hours later and I just continued sobbing for another hour. And then the next morning I woke up, my face was all puffy. It just absolutely tore my heart out. So I think that one there goes down as the all-time most heartbreaking romantic movie for me. All right, easy. Will there be a sequel to When the Moon Hatched? Yes. I'm actually working on it at the moment and I'm loving every moment of it. It's coming out of me probably easier than the first one did. I'm hoping to round the story out in 3 books altogether. They'll be big chunky books just like this one. There's absolutely plenty more to come.